Gonna do a little update video on the progress of the project. We're gonna work on fiberglassing this today. I did some test pieces here on the pillars and it seems like it's going pretty good. Had to fill in that gap there and then I'll have to grind it off. That washer just welded on there to make sure the alignment stayed after I pulled it off the machine. So once it was hard fiberglassed, it would still fit upright. So I got 4 layers on there, so that should work. And it seems like it's working fairly well and adhering good. We ended up getting the winch mounted. That turned out good. This bracket took me way too long. I swear I had 10 hours into it, but it's heavy duty. It's not gonna rip off. I got the heavy D-rings on it. Got the Go Track badge, which is original to the chassis. And I got the Badlands winch mounted. After putting it all together, the winch is held on by 4 3/8 bolts. So I'm pretty sure the bracket will be plenty enough. So then I got the KC lights mounted, which I thought was pretty cool. Turned out nice. I like how all that worked out. Spent a bunch more time cleaning and grinding and welding. I built removable panels for under the doors just to make it a more clean look. And so them panels will fit in nice into here, give it a nice clean look. Also, you can tell all the wheels are off of it. Pretty much destroyed all the lugs, nuts, and studs, pulled the threads on everything. So got all new studs coming. I got these new ones and they fit nice, coarse thread, not fine thread. Replacement studs, and like you can tell, this hub needs attention because the bearings, I'm sure, are got wet and rusted over the 10 years of sitting in the woods, or 20 years. That one's not too bad, but I have to go through all them. I put on some more supports on the frame rail system because I just had it welded on the inside edge, which is definitely not enough if you're gonna really abuse it. So we got them on there. I got the floors and the toolboxes. I don't know where we left off on the other video, but also I dug in and pulled the sprockets off of the chassis because the wheel seals were leaking, and I figured if I'm this deep, I might as well do the wheel seals. So I got wheel seals. All the planetary drives actually look pretty good. The bearings look good, which was surprising. There's the planetaries there. Obviously everything's super dirty. It needs to be cleaned and put back together. I was able to get wheel seals through Napa. They were dripping just a little bit, like you see a little puddle there for after like 2 weeks of sitting. So definitely would have let moisture in. Also did the pinion seal. That's done already. I was able to get a wheel seal through Napa for that. You can tell I got the suspension on the back welded, the oscillation, because if you don't do that and you load up the wheel lift or the underlift for towing, these oscillate like this, and then it causes the nose to come up. So on all my other bombardiers I use for towing, I've welded, or not welded, but this one's welded. I've pinned the rear bogie, and it causes it not to wheelie so bad or at all. So we'll see how this goes. If this doesn't work, I'll cut it out, whatever, but it'll work. Haven't done anything with the front spindle yet, but I think Napa sells the right size spindle. I did some measurements, so I think that'll be good. Just gotta put these back together, which should be easy enough. Everything came apart nice. Wheel seals should be right. Haven't checked, but they should be. All the major welding I think is done. I ended up having to cut this off and then push it in to get this more true. So with some body filler, we'll get that straightened out. It's pretty good. I had an oil leak on the cylinder down on the fittings, down up in here. Where are they at? In their O-ring base. So I think the O-rings were dry, so I put new O-rings in them. It looks like that's where it's seeping from. So that should pick up that oil leak. I'm sure the cylinder seal leaks a little, but that's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not pulling that out of there. Yeah, so all this is all solid welded in. Had to patch in here. This had to be completely patched because it was rotted out here and here. But overall, we're making pretty good progress on this thing. I was hoping to get in primer by the end of the week, but I just don't see that happening. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe I can get these done. I guess if these two get done, body filler and fiberglass and in primer, I'd be pretty happy because that's kind of a task. And I'm learning as I go on that to make sure that's gonna work okay. So I guess that's the big thing. The rest of this is easy. It's just normal bodywork stuff. Fuel tank's off. It's out there. Need to clean that all up. It's just gonna be a bunch of masking and painting, primering. But yeah, so there's an update on where we're at on this thing. I took the shiv heads off so I can clean them up and get all the oil off them and paint them a different color. Obviously I took the back panels off to get primer on the inside and outside, and so I can degrease everything because it is mighty greasy. Got the bed welded back down because it was all buckled up. It's all wavy, but I'm not going to go through the effort and steel to replace it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Just like these little rust holes, I'll probably just, I don't know, maybe I'll weld them in yet. We'll see. Got to plug these off yet. There's still plenty of stuff to do. All the oil's drained in the diff. So once I put the new hubs on, new oil. But overall, we're getting there. We're actually pretty good. I'm just happy most of the heavy welding's done because that stuff gets old in a hurry. Got new winch cable coming for it. I got super swedged. So it's 1/2-inch cable swedged down to 3/8. So it's got a better working load capacity, 150 on each drum, so that'll be nice. But yeah, overall, we're making progress. Oh, and I got the tires for it. Oh, UPS, I wonder what they're bringing in. We'll see. UPS didn't have anything of any importance, but here's the new tires. They're 616 tires for like a Jeep. I figured it would just give it a good look. Not this one, but these ones. Got them online fairly cheap. So that'll be all the tires. And I did order new wheels for it. So the new wheels will be here end of the month. So that will take care of that problem. So new wheels, new tires. So that'll be all brand new. Didn't really want to go that far, but I guess we're that far. So it is what it is. Won't have to worry about it at least. So, but yeah, that's the update video you're gonna get. And maybe the next time you see it, it'll be done. So keep her going.